Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Rebecca and I hope you're having a great, fantastic day. Now in today's video, I'm super excited because I'm going to be trying on some products from the brand Profusion. So many bloggers actually did a review on the Profusion makeup advent calendars, and that's how I heard about the brand, funny enough. And then researching, they actually do actual full-size products. So I wanted to just look around on the web to see where I could buy them, and it turns out that Savers actually sell Profusion. They don't sell everything, but they sell a few of the products, and I believe Boots sells some of the products as well. I'm not entirely sure on that, correct me if I'm wrong. But Savers definitely did, so I picked up their eyeshadow palette, the highlight and contour kit, their brow kit and their blush kit. I am really excited. The brand is super affordable as well and they're cruelty free. I think I got these products roughly for about £5 or £6 or £7. So these were pretty much under £10. So I'm going to chuck these on my face and let you guys know which ones are my favourite and which ones are not my favourite. So if you guys are going to enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you get notified by all my future videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to, link is in the description bar below. So if you guys want to know my thoughts on the Profusion eyeshadow palette, the blush kit, the highlight and contour and the brow kit, just keep watching. Alright guys, my hair has been tied back roughly, so let's try these Profusion products. So the first one I'm going to try is for the eyebrows. So this is a little brow kit here. So this is the Profusion Brows number 2, and this is a brow kit. So as you can see inside, it comes with a brow pencil, it comes with an angled eyebrow brush, it comes with tweezers, 3 powders and a brow wax. This brow kit retailed for £5.99 on the Savers website, so it is extremely affordable. All these products, they are really affordable and they are cruelty free as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is brush my eyebrows up just to see what areas need to be filled. I was going to use the tweezers to pluck, but I've kind of already done that with my little microblade things. I've already done that around my eyebrows just to, just shape it around a little bit. So, okay, so I'm just going to use this Real Techniques, I think it's a lash brow groomer. I'm just going to use this little bristly bit here. I need to buy some spoolies. I actually don't have any other spoolies. So I'm just going to go in with the brow wax. Just going to grab the product there. Oh, it's very creamy. So I'm just going to lift them up a bit just to see which bits need to be filled in. Oh, that is so wild. Wow, that is wild. I'm now going to take the shade Espresso, which is this brown here. So you've got more of a warm brown here and sort of like a cool tone brown. Yeah, like a cool tone brown and a warm sort of brown. They also have a lighter brow kit as well, because this one's number 2, but the paler one is number 1. So if you haven't got as dark eyebrows, then the paler one might be better for you. So I'm just going to take Espresso. It does come with an angled brush, which is really nice, and it feels like really good quality. So yeah, just going with Espresso. That looks very pigmented. So I'm just going to grab my mirror just to have a little look. Okay, so, and yeah, I'm just going to fill it in at the tail and just halfway. I've gone with the brow wax. It does feel really sticky, I've got to say. It does, yeah, it does make my eyebrows feel really tacky. So I'm just going to fill it in ever so lightly. I've got to say, I really like the colour of that powder. I think it's really nice. And I was a bit sceptical of applying the powder on top of the wax because I was really scared it was going to go mushy and clumpy and, you know, really horrible. But it turns out it's okay. It actually turned out okay. So I quite like this. I really do like it. So I'm going to go now in with the shade Java, which is the one next to it. So sort of like the warm toned kind of brown. I'm going to grab a different angled brush. So this is another angled brush, just a different one, because I don't want to go in with a darker colour and then go in with a lighter colour. Yeah. So I just thought it'd be easier just to get another angled brush. So I'm just going to go in with that colour, Java. And I'm only going to apply this just about, yeah, just about here. I'm not bringing it right at the front, I'm just going to bring it here. I'm now just going to grab the eyebrow pencil. I'm actually going to use the spoolie on this end, and I'm just going to brush the brow powder, just, you know, it just makes it a little bit more softer and it's not so harsh. So I'm just going to brush it through, so that way it brings it to more of the front area. I'm just going to use the actual pencil now, just by swatching it. It does feel quite creamy. So I'm going to see if I can define the tails with this a little bit. So I'm just going to use it and see if I can create a tail. I will use concealer and clean up anyway, but just want to see what the pencil is like. I'm just going to grab an angled brush now just to clean up around the edges. I did try to do brow hairs, but I still need practice with that because I'm still no good with them. So I'm just going to, yeah, just clean underneath my eyebrows really. So just going to take a bit of this concealer. This is the Technic 3-in-1 Canvas Concealer. I'm just going to clean up just around the edge of the brows. As you can tell, I'm still not the greatest at eyebrows. I'm still kind of learning a bit. But I've got to say the brow kit is really, really good. I really like it. I was a bit skeptical of using the brow wax first, but I'm actually really glad I did because the brow powder went on really well on top. And yeah, I liked the angled brush. I thought the angled brush was really good quality. The pencil is a little bit waxy, so bear that in mind. If you don't like a waxy brow pencil, then you're probably not going to like the pencil in this kit. If you do want to use it, then you probably could use that first and then use the powders to sort of set it on top and then put the wax on top if you really wanted to use it. Or you could just use the pencil just to fill in extra little gaps really, or just help to create tails with it if you wanted to. But I generally really like this kit. I think it's really good. I will use the brow bone highlighter when I've finished my eyeshadows, but I'm quite impressed. I really like this brow kit. I think it's really good. For the price, you can't go wrong. Comes with a decent angled brush, a brow pencil, tweezers, 3 powders and a wax. I think it's really good. Hello guys, so the next item I'm going to be trying is the Profusion Spectrum palette. So this is what the palette looks like. It did arrive a bit scratched on the front, but that doesn't really bother me. So you've got a beautiful rainbow coloured palette here. They're all mattes, so there is no shimmers in this palette whatsoever. I don't actually have a sort of a palette like this where it's all just complete mattes. Well, for rainbow colours anyway. This does look really stunning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is create an eye look. I'll show you guys which colours I'm using, and then I'll let you guys know at the end if this palette is worth it or not. Forgot to mention as well, sorry, that this palette retails for $3.99 on the Savers website. Guys, I've also applied a bit of that brow bone highlighter from the brow kit just under my brow bone, and it's really nice. It's matte, it's not shimmery or anything, but it did help to blend the edges, so it's a really good brow bone. The eyeshadow palette, I'm really sad to say, but this is a pass, unfortunately. I know companies take so long to make these things, so I do respect that. They are just very powdery. The pink here and the darker pink here, which was Raven Totally, those colours were okay. They did blend okay, as you can see, but the purple here, that just blended into nothing. I really had to pack it on, even had to use my finger as the last resort. Peacock, as you guys saw, there was no pigment whatsoever. The darker blue, you can barely even see it. I had to use my finger in my waterline just so you guys can see anything. And I didn't use the light blue because after swatching it on my hand, there was going to be no pigment on that either. And the light green, I used Lucky. There was no pigment on that either. The only colour I didn't use was Marigold, which is the yellow. But I reckon that colour was going to be okay. And I reckon Beaten Amber, I reckon they're going to be okay as well. Because I've used an Ember as an eyeliner. And that came out really, really nice. But I'm going to have to maybe try like their nude palette, or they've brought out another palette as well, which look really nice. They're more like on the nude side. I think those palettes are going to be better. I'm really sad to say, but the colour quality for this palette just did not live to my expectations. I'm just a little bit disappointed because it was bright and colourful and I thought, oh wow, the pigmentation is going to be so good. The only colours that are pretty good are pretty much the warm colours in here, to be honest with you. The other colours were just a bit meh. So I'm really sad to say I don't recommend this palette. But yeah, sadly this is a pass. Really sorry to say. Okay, but on the other hand though, we're going to try out the other two face palettes which they have, which are these two here. So I'm going to do this one first. So this one's the highlight and contour kit. So as you can see, you've got, so you have a contour shade, a bronzy shade, a powder which you can use under your eyes to brighten, and you have 3 highlighters at the top. These look really, really pretty. The only thing is though, I know this palette isn't going to range for every single skin tone, which is such a shame. But we're still going to test it anyway, because it still looks really nice. Those highlighters look stunning. They look very stunning. Okay, so I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of the Tan Sculpt, which is this one right here. Just going to take it very sparingly because I kind of really feel like contouring today. Got like a contouring brush. It's like a sculpting brush, which this is really good for blending out cream products with, this brush. So just going to take a little bit of that Tan Sculpt colour. Just going to take 2 taps. It looks quite light actually, because I thought it looked quite dark, but it actually comes out quite light on the brush. But anyway, we'll see, because you know me, I always apply way too much. Let's just stamp it here. Hello? Just do a couple more taps. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's quite buildable. Okay, I'm not going to add any more because I'm going to go way overboard with this. Let me just have a little bit more. Okay, well, it does make quite a subtle contour. I mean, in real life it's more subtle, but in camera it just looks a lot more sharp. I'm going to blend it out with a bronzer now. So I'm going to grab this brush here. I actually quite like using this brush to apply bronzer because it's just a nice proper firm softness. It just works. Just works for me anyway. So I'm going to use Light Sculpt, this one here. I'm going to pick up that colour. Trying to make sure I don't catch the other colours. So we've got that. Oh, there we go. And we're just going to swish it around on top of that contour. Okay guys, I think this is more like a bronze shade really than it is a contour, and this I find is a bit too light because you just can't really see it, and I'm finding it's making my contour a little bit patchy, a bit uneven. So maybe I'll have to use the darker shade for bronzer next time, and then the other shade just to help blend it out a bit. But yeah, it's either that or it's just not, or it's just a bit too light for me, or it's not the right undertone. I'm not quite sure what it is at the moment. It still looks nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just a little bit patchy and a bit uneven, and I think maybe I'll just have to use that darker shade as a bronzer instead. Yeah, I'm maybe gonna have to use that instead. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, the contour and highlight kit, it is $3.99 on the Savers website. So I'm going to use the highlighter in a minute, but now I'm going to use the blush palette, and this one retails for $3.99 on the Savers website. So this one's the blush number 1 6 blush palette. So this is what the palette looks like. So you have probably say 2 mattes in there, and the rest of them are shimmers, so you could probably use them as like blush toppers if you wanted to. I think I'm just going to use the same brush I just used to apply that bronzer because it's so subtle, like it's not going to be shown on the brush. So I've just knocked off the product. So I think I'm going to go in with the shade Delight because it's a very peachy nude colour. It's very pretty. So I'm just going to go in with that colour. Oh yeah, it looks really pretty. I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. But you can see it's very subtle. You can't really see anything. But it is a very subtle blush. It's very natural. It's quite pretty actually. I quite like it. I think it's really pretty. I really want to try one of the blush toppers. I just don't know. I just really want to try one. So I'm going to try the shade Sweetheart, which is this one right here. So very similar, like a peachy sparkly colour. Just going to grab the same brush. Let's see how this one comes out. I'm just going to pat it lightly on top. Oh, that is really nice. Yeah, I like that. That's a really nice combination. I really like these two. Yeah, I like that. I really like the blush palette. I think this is really nice. They are very subtle, but you want your blush to be subtle anyway because you don't want it too overly pigmented. But I like that. I think that is really pretty. It's really subtle and you can see the shine very slightly. Yeah, really pretty. I really like that. Okay, so from the highlight and contour kit now, I'm going to go in with the shade... Ooh, what do I go in with? I'm going to go in with the shade Heartfelt, which is this middle champagne-y shade here. I think I'm going to use a fan brush, because I haven't used a fan brush in actually a very long time. So I'm just going to take that shade Heartfelt. Ooh. We're just going to apply that. That's very nice. Ooh. It's very powdery, mind you, so be careful of that. Okay, I think that's really lovely. Yeah, it doesn't over exaggerate my texture or anything. Only by a little bit, but I think it's because I did apply that shimmery blusher on top. So the more shimmer you add, the more texture you over exaggerate. Yeah, that is lovely. That is just a very subtle sparkle. Yeah, I really like that. So I love the highlighters in these. Let's swatch the other two and see what they look like. So that's Impulse and Hype. Oh yeah, that's really gorgeous. Yeah, this palette isn't bad at all. I think I just need to use it in a different way. So like use that as the contour, blend that out with, use this as the bronze, sorry, blend this out. Oh! I didn't test that powder, did I? Let's test a bit of that powder. But yes, and the highlighters are beautiful. Love the highlighter. Can't go wrong with the highlighters. They're beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a little powder brush. Just a little flat brush here, like this one. Just going to grab, it's called Cream Light. I'm just going to apply a little bit under my eyes just to see if we can brighten them anymore. Yeah, that's certainly done the job. Yeah. That's really done the job. Yep, I like this. I really do like it. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. There were a few hit and misses with the Profusion. This eyeshadow palette, I don't think I'm going to be using it ever again because this was just not my favourite. But the brow kit, the highlight and contour, I just need to use that one a little bit differently. And the blush was a win. So I think these three items are a win. And this one sadly is a pass. I'm just going to have to try one of their nude palettes instead. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video and me creating this fun look. If you have, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you get notified by all my future videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you want to. Link is in the description bar below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Take care.